There's nothing like the smell of freshly brewed coffee in the morning. I was thinking just that the other day on my way to work. I had passed my normal coffee spot, so I decided to stop at the Starbucks. There was a young girl in there that was struggling to keep up with the demands that the customers were making on her. I was a little confused about what size to get, Veni, Veti, Vici. I'm not really familiar with all of that. And I was also a little confused about what to order. One of the girls that said she frequented the place in line behind me suggested I order caramel macchia wiki flocka or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that it cost me $5. It took me another 5 minutes to get to the counter. By the time I actually got my stuff and I was on my way out, some guy who obviously couldn't afford his own office because he had set up shop in the place had tried to sell me some life insurance. And I couldn't hear what he was saying because the guy sitting next to him was pitching somebody else some kind of multi-level marketing scheme. And by the time I got out of the place and tasted my coffee, it tasted like somebody had melted a piece of chalk in. All of this is a problem for me, as it would be for you. Because in the morning, you don't have time to waste. Our time is precious to us in the morning. Outside of life itself, time is the most precious thing that we have here on earth. We have things to do, places to go, and people to see. We can't spend it standing in line, waiting on some incompetent person to make us some coffee that doesn't taste good in the first place, with a name we can't pronounce, and a size we don't know the meaning of. It's all too much. So I have a better option. I get my coffee at 7-Eleven. On top of all the drama you have to deal with inside of the Starbucks, it leaves you unsatisfied and $5 light in the pocket. 56% of all Americans drink coffee in the morning. That's over half of everybody that you know. And everybody wants it a different way. And at 7-Eleven, you can get the coffee any way you want it. They have a variety of syrups and different kinds of sugars and different brews of coffee so that you can get the coffee the exact way that you want it. They have regular, decaf, of course. There's a dark mountain roast. There's a French vanilla. There's a hazelnut. There's a Brazilian roast. There's a Colombian coffee bean roast. And there's Cafe Select. And then there's Fusion, which is a coffee energy drink that came up to combat the Red Bulls, Amps, and Rockstar energy drinks of the world. Now, these are all brews from coffee beans. Not a bunch of crap mixed up in a cup and given some fancy name. Now, but if you're into the fancy name stuff, they have that there for you too. There's cappuccinos and frappuccinos and lattes and a whole shoebox full of teas. There's also they even have hot chocolate. If you're a kid, if you bring your kids and you have kids, you want to bring them, you can get them hot chocolate. You can't really take your kids to Starbucks. I mean, have you seen some of the people that hang out at Starbucks? Do you know the kind of people that hang out there? Lawyers. Also at Starbucks, the coffee comes in 3 sizes and can leave you feeling like you either had too much coffee left over or you didn't quite get enough. At 7-Eleven, the coffee comes in 4 sizes at reasonable price points. There's the small. This is $1.35. The medium, which is $1.45. The large, which is $1.65. And for Mondays, there's the extra large at $1.65. Compare that to the prices at Starbucks, where the Veni is $1.55 for the small, the same price of the large at 7-Eleven. The medium at Starbucks is $1.95. And the Vici, or the large, or whatever they call it, is $2.95. At 7-Eleven, they have a variety of creamers and sugars and coffees you can mix up to make your coffee taste just like what you want it. There's hazelnut, there's Irish cream, there's pumpkin spice, French vanilla, amaretto, and chocolate. And these are just syrups. They also have things on hand like marshmallows or honey, cinnamon, things that'll help you make your coffee taste just the way that you want it to taste. Not like some corporate machine that's tricked you into tasting. At 7-Eleven, you get to personalize your own coffee by making it yourself. Put it in and leaving out ingredients as you see fit. None of this cookie-cutter chain store crap where a bunch of baby booming hippies have sat in the room deciding what your coffee should taste and look like. You can personalize it. Make it yourself. That's the way to go. That's the American way. You do things yourself. You don't get other people to do them for you. Next time you're craving coffee in the morning, I urge you to give 7-Eleven a try. If you do, you'll find out that you've been sold a bill of goods by an aggressive advertising campaign that has forced you to jump on the Starbucks bandwagon. You will be amazed at how many options you can get at 7-Eleven for so little money. I know what you're thinking. It can be hard to buck against the advertising juggernaut that you hear coming out of the little box sitting in your house or the little box in the center of the dashboard on your radio telling you where to go and what to buy when you get there. And you're thinking, but I love Starbucks. But think of all the money that you're going to save over the course of the year if you're a regular coffee drinker. Think of how much you can personalize the coffee because you'll be making it yourselves. You're not having somebody else dictate to you what your coffee is going to taste like in the morning. You may be thinking, but you don't live near 7-Eleven. I'd be willing to bet that you do. Between Hampton and Newport News alone, there are 26 7-Eleven locations. So there's one near you. So this is what I want you to do. The next morning, you have a craving for that cup of coffee, go to 7-Eleven. Do you know why they call it a cup of joe? Because it's the breakfast drink of the average Joe. I urge you, no, I beg you, break loose of the constraints of the corporate machine and its fallacies of drink this advertising and make your own damn coffee in the morning. America, the backbone of America, is at 7-Eleven in the morning. Go there and make your coffee in the morning with the HVAC repairman and the city council member, the teacher and the construction worker, the judge and the convict. I'll see you at the brewing station. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. And this is the Starbucks cup. And what is their symbol anyway? What is this? Some kind of cultish, pagan goddess with a crown and a star over her head? What is that all about anyway? What is that? And their cup, they only come with one type of top. The top always has a hole in it. You can't close it up. So if you got to transport it in the car and you're driving, if you hit a bump, that's coffee all over your pants leg, all over your car that you got to clean up. 7-Eleven offers two different types of tops. You have the pop-up top, which is similar to the Starbucks top. The difference is it has a very thin area here which you could poke a straw through, or you can just peel the top back here for drinking it, and then you can close it. They also have the flat hatch top. Again, real easy to use. Peel it back, and you can close it if you're not using it. None of this stuff with the Starbucks, where the hole always stays open, allowing your coffee to get colder quicker, and forcing you almost to spill it on yourself. That's why I have a new option, a better option. I'm saying goodbye to Starbucks and picking up 7-Eleven.